Florida Governor Ron Desantis is here. We're going to ask the governor if he would come now and turn remarks.
Thank you for doing this. I want to just say to the councilwoman, I got you. Don't worry about it. We've already been looking to identify funds to be able to help, one, make sure there's adequate security for Edward Waters College. We are not going to allow these institutions to be targeted by people. Your policies caused this!
So Desantis and his wife shows up to the Jacksonville Vigil, where, as usual, black folks are praying. Everybody in a circle with their hands, and they're praying for the deceased. And he gets booed. You know, he gets booed heavy. You know, and I hope that black people stay on code and really, you know, not just voice their displeasure, but it's time to actually do something about it and use the leverage that you have and force their hand to not let them disrespect you like that. Ron DeSantis is a culprit in this situation because the history, when you stop people from understanding the true history of what this country was about, you keep this stuff going. So he wants to take out our history, or only talk about what blacks did to blacks, not what whites did to blacks historically. This is not racism, this is American history. They want to take it out. The algorithm in YouTube won't even green these type of videos because they don't want you making them. They know that the masses of people really make videos like that they can make money off of. So even in telling this truth, they won't green the video. So they go out of their way to make sure our stories are not told, and you keep perpetuating these acts of violence. This is the way it goes. Well, let's look at some of the news clips of some of the deceased so you can get a chance to see some of the families and the devastation that this power meter guy caused.
Scene last night to mourn the 2 men and 1 woman killed in that shooting. State officials, including Governor Ron DeSantis, as you see there, were in attendance. DeSantis was briefly booed by the crowd during his remarks. Manuel Bajorquez is in Jacksonville with more. Manny, good morning.
Good morning to you. We've learned the gunman, back in 2017, he was involuntarily committed for a mental health evaluation, but he was released and he had no criminal record. So authorities say he was legally able to purchase the 2 weapons he had. He's now accused of murdering 3 people.
In times like these.
Just steps from the scene of the deadly Dollar General store shooting in Jacksonville, hundreds gathered Sunday to honor the victims and voice their outrage.
We cannot tolerate hate against our black community. We simply cannot and will not tolerate it.
Among the 3 people killed was Gerald Gallion, who was shot as he entered the store. He leaves behind a 4-year-old daughter.
How do you even begin to explain to her what happened?
We haven't.
You haven't?
She doesn't know yet.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
We're trying to figure out the words to tell her because she was a daddy's girl.
LaTiffany Gallion is the victim's sister.
He was a loving guy. He
guy.
was a devoted father. He'd do anything for his daughter. And for him to get up and wake up and his life get ended.
Authorities say during the shooting, the gunman, who lived with his parents, texted his father and told him to break into his bedroom. There, his father found a suicide note, a will, and writings Jacksonville Sheriff T.K. Waters described as racist.
The manifesto is quite frankly, the diary of a madman. He was just completely irrational.
Before the shooting, authorities say the gunman was spotted at Edward Waters University. That is a historically black college that is less than a mile from the store. A security guard there thought he looked suspicious. That security guard alerted a nearby deputy, and that deputy was just about to send out an alert to other deputies, but the shooting was already underway.
All right, and Manny, we also know that the suspect in this case was actually admitted to a mental institution back in 2017. How was this not flagged before he was able to buy those weapons?
Yeah, apparently that does not go on anything that would resemble a criminal record. It is known as the Baker Act here in Florida. Basically, a family member can call and say they think that this person could be a danger to themselves and others. They are then involuntarily taken in for a mental health evaluation. But as we know, according to the sheriff here, he was released and he had no criminal record.
This is just such another tragic situation, Manny. You know, Jacksonville does have one of the largest African-American populations in Florida. How is the community dealing with this tragedy? What are you hearing from local leaders? And, you know, we saw that the former governor was booed. He's provoked civil rights leaders by, you know, really deriding wokeness. So what are you hearing?
So again, he shot a young man who had a daughter. They haven't even told the little girl yet that her father's dead. He shot a person sitting in the car. He shot another person that came into the store with a girlfriend. And again, it's the thought process, but not just DeSantis. Governor Sarah Huckabee in Arkansas wants to do the same thing. She had the audacity to say that she doesn't want certain history being taught that teaches people to hate Americans. I mean, she had the mitigated gall to stand up there on a podium. And it shows you just how much actual respect that they have for us as a people. So all you black conservatives on the right and all you so-called liberals on the left, you're getting a chance to see how they respect you and what they think of you. Because your history is your history. And it's not just black history, it's actually American history. Because it's the shaping and the forming of America. And they want to hide what happened to George Steiny. They want to hide the Stonewall Rebellion. They want to hide the German Coast Rebellion, the New York Conspiracy. They want to hide the Elaine Massacre. They want to hide so many different things that happened in this country, man. Tulsa, Rosewood, Jackson State shooting. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on of historical atrocities that's happened to our people that they actually want to cover it up. But in order to, and if we want to get to some type of racial utopia or get to the other side, then we got to be able to be transparent and just tell the truth about what happened. And this is why I said, and this is why I'll continue to say, a lot of those people are not psychologically fit to govern us or be over us or even around us. They're not psychologically fit because they still see you as in that way. And I ain't got to say it. And if we don't go along with it, we're the bad guys or we're the troublemakers. No. You're not trying to suppress any other group's history. You just want to suppress ours. It don't teach hate. And if it does teach hate, then we will be the hate that hate produced. And that's the L that you guys got to hold. This is history that needs to be told. So you want to suppress all the history down in Florida, and Okeechobee, and all the stuff that happened down there, Fort Negro, all the things that happened down there. See, and this is the stuff. These are the conversations that gotta be had, man, because the level of disrespect that's actually going on, and black leadership is powerless to do anything about it. We have to raise up a new generation, man. That's going to stand up. We got to get past, after we finish praying, then what? Moves got to be made. Because his policies and the way he speaks, he's culpable and to some degree responsible for some of the thought process and some of the things that's happened down there. It's his fault. He know darn well he shouldn't be suppressing our history. But I'm going to cut this video short here. Let me know what you guys think, man. Leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.